Good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Happy New Year.
Today we are going to do with the files, and almost this is the uh, can- maybe last, what I will say, the contents of our core Java classes. And let's do with the, we have seen how to take the file, or we haven't, now also we haven't seen how to read the files actually. For reading and writing the files, remember, either you need to, whenever you start with this, okay, this is my content of the file or of the object of the file type, you need to close or plus this particular object. So whenever you need to close, you always need to write a finally statement, a try catch block, and a finally statement where you just close this particular function. Let's do a example. For this, we have two methods, generally. One is called input stream, and other is called your file reader to read a file. File reader is already present in the means these two are already present. This input stream, it is to read the files. Input stream is an abstract class, and file, something called file input stream. This file input stream class creates an object of input stream abstract class. So let's see an example using the input stream. This is the input stream. Let's see an example of the input stream. So suppose we had something, we had taken this file. Let's go to this D drive and check whether any content is there or not. Let me go to the D drive. I had your file examples. See, this is a demo class. Let's read this file. It is there. I have taken this file name and suppose I'm writing a try catch block. Yeah. And rather, I should write IO exception. Now let me write an input stream. The file like input stream, that is my abstract class. I cannot create an object. So to create an object, I need a file input stream class. File and I'm passing this. Now you check. I'm going to pass this. Now let me read this particular file. So what I will do, I will do something called this. While I will use function, or I can get something called dot read, something like this. While let me do int content bytes. Suppose you have this. Suppose we have the total number of its already available int content. This is the content what I'm trying. Remember, this is an int, and you are doing if this is the this one is there, this will return you either -1 when there is no longer there is no line or something. So instead of this, if there are no lines, this is a class demo. After this there is no line, this is going to return me -1. This is going to return me -1. So if we do it, suppose here the same thing we are doing it here, int content this, while content here f1 f dot read is not equal to -1. Okay. No, 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 no. Take this. Now let me print out this particular called system. See here, they have already printed out this character set like the content, because remember this int is an integer and it will give me the ASCII values. So you need to convert to this ASCII values to the character here. If I'm doing a sysout, if I'm doing a sysout here, and you check, I need to change it to the character value, as this is particularly it will contain me the ASCII value. It is an int. Whenever I am doing a dot read, it will completely do it like an ASCII value, and then I'm going to convert it to character, and then I'm going to print it. Let's do it this, not println, print. And whenever I have opened this input stream object or this, I need to close it too. So I'm writing a finally block here. Sorry, if is not equal to null, then I need to close this. Okay, and now let me do it here. It is asking me to Initialize the variable. Sorry, which one I'm closing? Oh, I need to close this. See, the particular here, whenever you are doing it, you need to particularly close this particular variable. And and also remember, it is better, I have already closed this, it is better to close this particular stream also. Like if double equal to null, it is better to close this stream also. Check this out. Asking me. I'm doing it here. It is also better to close both of these functionalities. In your program, in your this, you will always close this particular input stream of this, but it is always better to close this file and this also. Now let us check our program. File not found exception. Okay, this is my problem. Here, let me go to the file and let me do it like demo.txt. I have it given demo.txt. Now let's check the file. It is printing me. This is demo thread. Okay, sorry. I cannot cast this. I cannot cast this. I need to close. Sorry, that was my mistake. I need to close only the input stream object that I have done in the finally block. I cannot this pass it to the clonable interface, and I cannot do that particular function. If you can check now, it is just giving me this is a demo class. So this is my input stream object that you are going to do with a file input stream. So remember, you need to write if content.if read or something in this way. And also let's check which is a much easier way and much easier functionality that we do. It is with the file reader. This is with, sorry, this is the file reader. This is the much easier and much convenient way to do in your Java programs. Always use this particular called file reader. And to read this particular file, let's do a program. Suppose if I'm writing a file reader here, it's almost similar, almost this. Just give me 2 minutes. Do you have any questions, Anusha and all, Monica, Sandeep, Tejashwani, regarding file?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, I will call you back. Yeah. Bye. Yeah. So we were at our file reader. So let's do a file reader class. Let me do a void main directly itself here. So in file reader, remember the file reader, it it gets the file name in a string and it opens the given file in read mode. Like file reader, it gets a file name as a string and opens the file in read mode. When the constructor, this is for this, when the constructor is file, suppose the my constructor for this file reader was file reader string your file name. Whenever you are doing this, suppose you can also give in this way directly, this is the direct way, or also you can do this way, file reader and file the object of this particular file like we did in the reader. So in this case, in this particular case, whenever we are doing, it gets the file, or you can say that it gets the file name in the instance as the instance of file, as the instance of file, and then it opens it in the read mode. So let's do only one program, just this one, because we need this. We do not need an extra called this way. We do not need this particular, this extra that we are doing a file and then we are passing the in your file reader this particular instance. So let's do the first program only in the file reader. See, check. If I'm doing a file reader, let me write a try catch file reader fr equal to, I'm doing a try catch IO fr new reader. In the same way we can do like int content what we have given there, and we can read the file while content double equal to fr dot read is not taking me the fr dot read. Okay, haven't given the file name. Just wait a minute. It is invalid correcting. Remove the argument to construct. No, we have two type of argument here. Why it is giving me that it is an error? If I had given it something called d double slash demo, it would given me error. Suppose if I made it here, should not give me an error. I'm doing a mistake somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, oh, I told you that I am doing a mistake somewhere. I've given the same name as this. So it was taking me the constructor that I want to create. This is the same name that I was giving.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is the wrong. Now you check.
And typo mistake, yeah.
Yeah, I was doing. Read not equal to -1. And is it? Let me copy it or this out directly. I can do convert it to the character and then let me print the content. This is there. This has already printed me. And in the finally block, I'm going to check if for not equal to null. And I'm going to close this if for. It will ask me to surround with try catch block. Here also in the final statement, let me move this particular here. So it is going to see. Let's check this example using the file reader, and it is see the difference is here. Oh, sorry, I've given L. Now you see the difference. Now you check this. This is our demo class. This is the way that I read the file names, and you can check this is printing me how to read the files. You can do with a file reader and do it. Now you can have a file writer option and also the output stream. You have seen the input stream. You can also check the output stream. It was to read the file, and to write the file is you have this called output stream. It's the same abstract class, and you have file writer. So let us check a program. It is similar way. This is file output stream. Then you are going to have a input stream. We have given is an abstract class, same way that output stream is an abstract class, and file output stream class creates an object of the similar way output stream abstract class. So if I can check this particular, suppose this is my file demo.1, and here there is no content present. Let's suppose this. So we'll do a demo here, like file we were doing similar demo. We are going to write demo1, and this is my file that I'm reading, and this is going to be my output stream. Output stream f is equal to this, then I'm going to do a file output stream here, and as this is not going to be there, so let's write this program. Let's not do in this way. Suppose we want to write something called hmm, suppose string s is equal to, you give it, this is demo class to write the content of a file. If I'm giving this, let's check. Now, to write this, as we are opening an output stream, you need to get the byte array. Like, let me do a byte array. Byte, this is, let me create an array that is called maybe the buffer as, and then is dot get bytes. See this. So I am converting this particular to array of buffer stream so that I can put this particular in my file dot output thing. Now you can check. For that we have seen that we had a read. Now I'm going to check int, suppose I is equal to 0, I less than this buff length, as I have converted to the byte array, buff dot buff dot length I is equal to plus plus. Let's see this particular program I plus plus, and when it will be I plus 2, we'll check both of this. And now you check this. And suppose if I'm going to write output stream dot write this byte array, this particular byte array, that is buff and each I, and suppose as we have opened this, we need to close, and this has already been closed. Now let's check. I didn't open the file. Okay, the file is not there. Let's check what happens. Let's check whether it has written my in my file or not. See, it has written me, this is demo class to write the content of a file name. This has already been, this has already written me this particular file using the file output stream. We have read and we have here called write. Suppose I had deleted this content. Suppose if I had given something called here demo2, what would happen? Let's check. This file is not present. Check. It has already created me a demo2 file here. If it was not present, so it is already creating me, and then it is writing the particular file name here. If it was not present, then it is automatically in the right section. In the read, you have found that as you were reading it, if the file was not present here, you got an exception called file not found exception. And in the read state, means in the write statement, where you are writing, then you are going to this file is going to automatically create if the file is not present. This is going to This is my example to write in a file. Now we have the similar way, the file reader demo. We can write the file writer demo. Let me copy the file reader and writer. Let me copy this as I'm very lazy. Let me copy this and paste it here, just changing to file writers. These are going to be my file writer. Now demo.txt, and here what it is giving me, okay, importing, I'm importing this file, and then it is giving me to, okay, file writer, and I'm going to do in the same way that I have done here, maybe string s, suppose string s. This I'm writing using file writer. Now check this. I'm going to do byte, maybe this array, suppose similar way what we have done is and then we're going to write for int I is equal to 0, I less than arr dot length and I plus plus. Then you check fr dot write. Then I'm writing this arr. And then I'm putting this I. Now let's save it. There's an error, I think, here. Is the error? Okay. See, it has already written me. Let us go and check the file. Demo.1. See, using file writer. This is already been printed. You can ask me that whenever I am writing or a file, it is just uh, means overwriting the file what we have already there. So how to append a particular file? This might be your assignment that you can do, that how to append a file instead of just overwriting. Did you understand the question that I have given? Monica, Anusa, Tejashwani.
Yes, sir.
How to append a file in Java instead of I'm writing it. You have some modes actually: append mode, write mode, read mode. How to append? that a text file, you are going to do and let me know that how this particular file or this particular open modes or writing mode is done.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Remember, this is a simple thing. Let me do it only. If I had written it, something called here dot true, and let's check if I had written it something well simple only. And let's check what had happened. Demo one, if it has, see, it is appending me. This particular thing is appending the file name if I had given it here true. So it's better if I had just delete this particular file to make it better you can understand.
Byte array, does it stores from index 1, sir, or 0?
It's going from 0.
Okay. So while you're writing, it is starting from index 1.
Where you can tell me? Okay, okay. Let me do it and check here what happens. See what I have written it here in the file demo where I have written it here. It is already from int 0. So if I had written it something from 1, then definitely one of the bytes was missing.
Yeah, first character was missing. Like this
Yeah,
E was
should
missing.
miss. Yeah. See, this is a content to write using the file writer. And again, if I am just doing it here true, see it is appending the file. You can check this is going to append my file.
Yes, sir.
See, this is appending it actually, it's not overwriting. So whenever you are writing true, whether you need to append, that means it's true, that means it is appending, and then you are not to do. You can do just in a similar way, you can give your file right and something after the character that comes to your end of this program, end of this character set, then you can give it something called, this also means this particular length, something, this escape character if I had given it here, and then let me delete the content of this file. Let's check. I'm running once and let's check this. What happens? See, it is coming in the next line. Not instead of this, it is coming in the next line when I've given this particular. So it depends on you how you are going to write the file in your file, means the contents of the file. If you need to design it or you need to give a characters like this, what I have given. If I had not given this, it was printing me in the single line, and if I'm giving this particular slash end means the new line, that is it is printing me in that new line. So this is where you are going to do the file writer reader. If you are not giving true here, it is taking automatically false. That means you are overwriting the file, and to append a file you just need to give comma true. So this is it. And I have one question actually that I can do with the JDBC part. And how many of you know the particular database actually? I can give one example of a JDBC. So how many of you know about databases? Means you are well equipped with the databases concepts and all.
Like querying, query part.
Yeah, yeah. The querying, just inserting, deleting, and this.
Yeah, yes, I have a little idea about that.
And
Yeah.
Anusa, Sandeep, Tejashwani, do you have any idea? Yeah, Tejashwani.
No, sir.
Okay, and Tejashwani.
No, sir, not much.
Not much means you have the basic concepts, just insert and this delete.
Yes, sir. That one I know. Yeah, I know.
Okay, and Anusha.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So in the maybe this was my year, so I can show you the problem with the JDBC is I do not have a database here. Okay, so the thing what I can do instead of doing a program, I will give you means the examples of a program and I will teach you. I will not execute the programs. Okay, as I do not have a database to insert or to delete anything. But yeah, in the next class, what we will do, we will go with the JDBC concepts. We will write the programs here, but we are not going to execute this. Only like insert, select, and delete queries. And if you know this while you are strong with your query part, you can go on and do with the querying. And is it okay with you that I'm going to write the programs, but I'm not going to execute the programs? Means I'm not going to run because I do not have a database, for which you will get an exception. But I will show you how to write the insert query, how to write a delete query, and how to write a select query.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So next class, most probably it is going to my last class of this, that is called the JDBC. And this concepts of JDBC, how you are doing, how you are not doing. This I'm going to write the programs of one of insert, delete, and your select. These three queries I'm going to do using the JDBC, but I'm not going to execute as I do not have the database.
And
But
so before ending the class, I have a doubt.
yeah, yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Can you please explain what is the difference between the scanner reader class and input stream?
Okay, okay. This is a good question. Like scanner, and your input stream. See, the first difference that comes in your input stream, whenever you are doing an input stream, remember your byte array means inside your compiler, everything is understood using your means in your stream format, byte of streams. But whenever means that's why it was always there, means always we can easily do anything with this called particular input stream or scanner. Input stream with a large enough buffer, like what I will say you, it has some buffer. You can understand what is a buffer, like you can have a buffer reader, and we haven't gone through it, this called buffered reader.
So,
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just explaining.
Okay. Yes.
I'm just explaining. Okay. Yeah, Monica, you can just tell me your question so that I will know that how to explain it. Yeah, you tell me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. And like buffer reader is part of input stream or what it is?
No, it's not a part of input stream actually. Suppose whenever you are giving a something called directly, suppose whenever you are doing a scanner here, you do it in this way. First scanner. Suppose if you are giving something scanner in equal to scanner new file, then you have this called, suppose a file name. You give your file name here. Okay, and while you do means input stream reader, we have already seen that you are doing it something called input. Just wait a minute. I got a call from somebody message. Yeah, this is input stream. You can check here. We have given input stream equal to this, and we are creating a new file input stream. And then we are going to write this particular function name. Suppose, remember, using the scanner, the best approach, remember, the best approach will depend on the what the file contains. Like you have some form of data in memory, so you can like input from the memory if you are going to take. Or let me give an example. It is better to give an example, and then you are going to do it. Remember one thing, scanner, your particular scanner functions is always slower than your input buffer reader streams. Even I'm giving you an example, then you are going to write this. Let me give an example first with the scanner. Let me write, just wait a minute. Yeah, let's go. Let's go with the scanner function. First, let me go scanner demo, and this is going to be my this. I'm going to give an example now. See here. First, without the class, let me do a scanner method. Scanner sc new. I'm not reading a file name first. New scanner. Suppose I'm trying to give you. This is under my java.util.class. Now I'm going to read something called system.out. Println, suppose enter your name. String name. I'm going to take this sc dot next. Suppose if I'm doing, now I'm going to do system dot out println. Suppose I'm giving, suppose my ID card number, and then I'm giving this. Int ID equal to next 90. If I had given a scanner this is, and then I'm doing a switch out of printing. Suppose I'm going to print this, your name plus plus this I'm giving plus plus ID. Now you check this. First it is asking me to give your name. So I'm giving it Hanuman. Then ID card number is 123. So it is printing me. You can check. It is taking the scanner inside your memory, and then it is printing me 123. So remember what scanner does. Here, remember the Java class scanner. This is also a class that is defined under java.util. So it breaks input into your particular call tokens using a delimiter. And if you are not mentioning any delimiter, that means it is going to do that is white space by default. Whenever I'm not mentioning any delimiter or something, whenever I'm giving a Hanuman or something, it is just taking, means it is just dividing this particular scanner in the memory. It is just using a delimiter. So this is the delimiter Hanuman and 123, and this is the delimiter as I have not mentioned. This is a space by default. And you have some methods called next. You have already seen next int to read this particular called this scanner classes. Now tell me, now let's go and do a example of a file of file demo using this particular scanner class. This particular scanner file demo, maybe scanner file demo. File equal to new. I'm going to write this particular file writer or a reader, something. Here you can check demo.txt, and then I'm writing a try catch block. Like I made this mistake always. Void main string args. Ex, ex dot. I'm doing a string this here. Then I'm going to read this particular file. This particularly give me exception because I'm not going to throw. Now using scanner equal to new scanner, the called file. file sc dot as next line suppose int content that I was giving equal to sc dot same thing and it is called next int and then I'm printing this out. Hi, why it is giving me an error? Okay, sorry, it's content I've given not.
Yeah, it's content.
Yeah, and I need to close this particular call as I have used this here. I can do it here equal to null, then close. I need to close this also as I've opened and stream. So finally, something called if sc not equal to null, then I'm going to close this. Let's check this. Hope I'm not made any mistake here. I'm getting a string input mismatch error. Somewhere I've written mistake.
Yeah.
No. I'm doing a mistake here. Either you are going to do, maybe let's check this
Okay.
again. Okay, this is a string content type. So I need to give a string here. Next, let me check this. Yeah, see, input buffer stream. If I give an example, first example here. Okay, see, if I am reading it with this particular called scanner and input stream, see, this is already, I am reading this file called this is a demo class. Suppose this particular scanner, and hope you have seen the a reader, this particular scanner and this reader, what it is doing first in the memory. The biggest example is it breaks the input into tokens using a delimiter, and that is by the white space. Suppose think of an array. Remember, this is not an array, but think of an array. This particular content, your file name, where was it? This demo. Particularly, if I go here, this demo. This is our demo class. When I'm writing this, it breaks. When I'm doing a scanner, it is breaking me this particular spaces, this is a delimiter, and it is storing at one, right? At its zeroth position is as this, and one position is as is, then a day, demo, and a class. So whenever I'm using a scanner here, it is breaking things into my tokens. Tokens means smaller objects that has been divided, means using a delimiter called white space. And whenever I'm printing it here, you can see the spaces already been delimited, the spaces has already been removed, and then it is printing me in this way called this is our demo class. But remember, inside your input buffer stream, okay, you do not have anything that is breaking into tokens. It is reading one by one line. If it is space, it is giving you something called a space. But whenever you are doing a scanner, whenever scanner file, these are broken into tokens, smaller pieces using a delimiter called the spaces, and each one is being stored. But in the file input reader, it is not, while you are not doing anything, like what I will say, you are not giving something called sd dot read. So the pointer, suppose here, whenever you are doing a input stream, the pointer is moving this way. First 0, then 1, then 2, then 3 in this particular, and then it is reading. But whenever you are doing a scanner, first only what it does inside, suppose if it is an array, then it is doing this, comma is, comma are, comma demo, comma class. So this is something breaks the input into tokens using a delimiter that is void by space. Yeah, Monica, any question?
Yes, sir. No, sir. It's clear now. So input
Okay.
stream reader reads the space also and prints as it is
No,
like.
no, 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 no. Again, you are getting a wrong concept. Input stream reader reads the file one character each time. It
So
doesn't.
space, it considers the space also as a character.
Yeah, yeah, that is correct. Space is a
Yeah.
character, right? It
Yes,
has
yes.
a ASCII value. So it reads the file. It reads the file one by one. And scanner, if you are not giving any delimiter or you are not giving anything, so as a scanner, remember, as a scanner, it breaks, means it, whenever you are doing a something, think of an array. Okay. Suppose I'm
Yes.
giving a scanner AC is equal to new scanner, this file name, the content of this file. So what it does, it breaks into smaller parts. Suppose this is my zeroth position, this is my one, using the space, this delimiter using the space tokens, and then it is storing me the value. This is demo class. Okay, suppose if you can check, if it was a comma here, if it was a comma, let's check this. So if it is a comma here, see, a comma is also being printed, but not the spaces. So it is delimiting like this, then is, then are, then demo, then your comma, and then your particularly called full stop. So it has this. So is it clear between the input stream and the scanner? Scanner, remember, scanner always breaks everything into tokens, and if you are not giving any delimiter, that means it is breaking by spaces, means the delimiter is by the white spaces. That's
Okay.
why this example first I have shown that this one I'm taking, it is breaking into tokens, and then it is delimiting everything by your spaces. This is the difference between input stream and your scanner.
Yeah. Class, comma, full stop as one token, right?
Class, yeah, I
Class,
didn't get you.
class, comma, full stop as one token, right?
No, these are different tokens. See, how many tokens are there? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. There are 7 tokens.
Okay. This. Okay.
Okay, okay. Sorry. I got it. I got your question. And this is my mistake. You are correct that this is our demo class, comma this. These are 5 tokens
Okay.
because no spaces are there. If it was a space, here if I had given a space, then 7 tokens were there. But
Okay.
here there was no space, so it's something called, how many tokens are there? This particular token is already there. One, two, three, four, five.
Okay, sir. Yeah, I got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. And remember this particular sc dot this scanner is always under this java dot util, but your input reader and everything is under Java, means the file reader and writer under java dot io,
Okay.
and you have this scanner inside java dot util.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions, anybody? Okay, then we are over with today this, and tomorrow, as I said, remember tomorrow will be the my last class for this particularly called JDBC. Means JDBC. I will not execute anything, but I'm going to write the programs and let you know. Means how this insert, delete, and select statements are being worked inside your JDBC, as I do not have a database. So this will be my last class tomorrow for the core Java part. Okay, any questions anymore?
No, sir. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, bye everyone.
Thank you,
Thanks.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.